What's up, everyone? So my name is Javon Haddad. This is a video for my speech class. It is an assignment that I have to do on a persuasive speech, and I wanted to make a video as well while I make the presentation. So in this video, in this speech, I'm going to be talking about why we should protect and save endangered animals. Now, to start off, many people might say, what is the motive behind protecting endangered animals? Well, what I say to that is that it is very important to protect animals that cannot obviously speak for themselves. So right here is my blue and gold macaw, Buster. He is actually classified as an endangered species in his native range of South America. So if I don't protect animals like Buster, or we don't protect other animals such as Buster or the rhinos, elephants, giraffes, their population will be wiped out completely, and we will not be able to use them for educative reasons. Obviously, it's important to protect stuff that we care about. So if we are able to establish a care behind these animals, we can share with the world and share that these animals are very beautiful creatures and that they have a significant importance. Now, to that I say, there are many animals that also, if we wipe them out completely, us as the human race and our earth itself will just diminish, disappear. And that being said, animals like that are called keystone species, and keystone species are an animal that basically whatever they do in their natural day and what they do throughout the day benefits the world and the plant life around them, and obviously us as humans. So one of these keystone species that we all know and pretty much love or hate are bees. And as much as people sometimes say, oh, bees sting us, bees do this, bees are a beneficial animal because these kind of insects and animals will go around pollinating flowers, pollinate different trees. They will propagate new plant life to grow, and by doing that, it's important because we obviously get to repopulation of specific plant lives that are edible, specific flowers, specific trees. While trees become more evident, more oxygen is put out into the world, and that is also important when combating and protecting endangered species. So now that brings me back to my next topic. Why should we protect these animals? And being that why we should is because one, a lot of these animals are very much so loved by us humans. We see these animals through documentaries. We see these animals when we go to the zoo. We see these animals in videos such as this video right now. Many people work with these animals. So when we protect these animals, we're able to establish a population for them and make sure that they can be educated, used for education, used for research purposes. And obviously, I believe such as humans, we depended on them once and then we let them down by destroying them. So why not protect them and rebounce their lives, and like that we can live in harmony once again. So in a primitive world, we used to depend on animals for food. We used to depend on animals for obviously hunting, gathering materials. Obviously, through the domestication process, we also relied on animals to be our best friends and our protectors. So by having animals like Buster, which is a macaw, some of my tortoises are down here, as you can see, dogs, cats, these animals through domestication, we're able to protect them, and obviously they became one of us. So why did humans decipher from that and stay away from that and just chose to destroy them? So what are ways that we can improve the protection of endangered animals? Obviously, captive breeding, like things that I do here in my own home, or other people through assurance colonies. Obviously, zoological institutions, while there are many that are problematic and don't do the right thing, there are many AZA accredited facilities, and obviously very top facilities that are important, and they work with these animals that you cannot see in the wild anymore because of the destruction. So I would recommend supporting your zoos that are obviously accredited by AZA, which is a very low world-renowned association that obviously does the right research. It does the right populations into and just considers all factors to make sure that these zoos are obviously doing the right thing. So by having zoos, by having captive breeding facilities, by not supporting products that may contain animals that have been poached, such as elephant tusks, rhino horns. These materials are ivory materials, also made out of keratin, which is the same material as your fingernails. And people go out and they destroy these animals just to kind of get that for their benefit. And obviously, through poaching, through invasive species, through animal trafficking, through the illegal pet trade, those are some things that we can avoid to help protect these endangered animals. And obviously, once again, we hope that their population bounces back in their native range. Now, another thing that you can do is support and send funds to different organizations and groups that obviously protect these animals in their native habitat. A lot of these places like the World Wildlife Fund and a lot of other places and other organizations by you sending money and donations to them, they are able to obviously use those funds to help the animals stay established and stay stagnant in their obviously native range. Now, that being said, they are still being destroyed at a fast rate. Extinction and the decline of endangered animals has increased almost by 100% in the last 50 years. And in the next 100 years, we could have less than 70% of the animals that we know and love be wiped out. So that is another reason why we should just strive and care for the importance of these animals. Without these animals, we won't be able to educate, we won't be able to live through another species, we won't be able to have research done, we won't be able to, do all these things. So it's very important that we protect these animals. A lot of these animals may have the cure for cancers and other diseases through their blood work, through their genetic line. Animals such as birds, reptiles, and crocodilians, they live such a long time, and we don't fully understand that. So if we wipe out these animals, obviously we won't be able to learn and obviously progress as a society and as a human species. So those are just a few things that you can do. There are many other things, and that's based on your own research as well. By going vegan, obviously it is a challenging thing to do, but veganism and vegetarianism is very important because you reduce the aspect of intake of meat, and just overall you improve your lifestyle, and you'll also improve and diminish the lifestyle of other animals because you're not eating or consuming any products that are animal related, such as meats. And obviously if you switch to a more plant-based thing, plants are a lot easier to propagate and reproduce. So which, just like there are endangered animals, there are endangered plants as well. So it all takes into account reduction of water consumption, using green materials, obviously not purchasing products that have to do with poaching of animals, so furs, claws, teeth, bones, skeletons, tusks, horns, all that goes into account. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and hopefully you guys learned something new, and also you can check out for further videos, and just understand that it's important to protect what we love. So just for the benefit of the animals and the benefit of the world, I hope you and everybody else enjoyed this video and learned something of how and why is it important to protect endangered species. This is a brief summary of everything. So here is Buster. I am Javon. Thanks for watching.